One Chattanooga man is helping both children and adults living with disabilities put more emphasis on what they can do than what they can't.
He works for the Assistive Technology Services program at Signal Centers, and tonight on Made in Our Hometown, he's creating toys and tools so they can lead more independent lives, a mission that for him starts and ends at home.
Is a piece of hardware called the Raspberry Pi.
Ezra Reynolds' mind goes a lot faster than a mile a minute.
I usually have 5 or 6 projects that I'm mentally tending, and it only stops when I've actually gotten something made and it's done to my satisfaction.
He's used his 2 degrees in computer science and electrical engineering to build or adapt every toy or gadget on these shelves.
I developed the software for it, and I also developed how to actually make the this one was made out of arcade machine parts.
Sometimes small creations that can make a big difference.
This was made for a little boy who had cerebral palsy, and he also had vision loss. Each button has a different thing he can feel. Again, because he's blind, he needs something that is a tactile toy or music or tickle, and it starts giving him the ability to ask for something that he wants.
But while Ezra's days are spent on the computer or with a tool in hand, he spends the rest of his time with his 4 daughters and his son, Andrew.
You want to show him?
Ezra started his work at Signal Centers long before he and his wife Kelly brought Andrew home from Ukraine, their 4th adopted child, each one with special needs.
When we first started working with him, he did not have the ability, or he had already gotten it through his head that he couldn't do these things because he didn't have limbs.
And soon, a father's passion turned into a way to show his son that he could do just about anything, like feed himself. With a cuff that Ezra created on a 3D printer, or play alongside any typically developing child.
Before that, we'd given him toys and stuff like that, and he'd just sit there and cry and refused to even try and interact with them because he'd already gotten it through his head that he couldn't. And then he realized, I can do this with this prosthetic on. I can play with the toy, I can play with the ball, I can play with the truck with the prosthetic.
It is perhaps Ezra's most important mission, showing Andrew and every child or adult he works with that with a little modification, anything is possible.
It's a huge change because he went from I can't to I can. He gave himself the independence, but I gave him the push and saying, yes, you can do this by yourself.